Stephen King loves to have a very, very connected universe, so I am back with another Stephen King Connections video. Today I am going to break down the connection between 11/22/63 and It. I'm Deanna Chapman, and let's dive in. Having just read 11/22/63 and going through it, comparing it to the show, because I had seen the show first, which typically I won't do, but I had started the show well before I had thought about doing my Stephen King podcast, which is called Chat Cemetery. You can find a link to that in the show description. And spoilers here for both books, more so 11/22/63 than It, but right at the start of the book, you have Jake Epping learning about this portal that will take him back to the 50s, and it'll take him back to September 9th, 1958 at a very specific time, 11:58 a.m. And he is taken back to Derry in the story at some point, and he's going there for completely different reasons, but they tie it to It when you make the connection between him and Richie Tozier and Beverly Marsh, because Richie and Beverly are practicing a dance for the school talent show, and Jake comes upon them. He's using his alias George by then, but I really found this connection to be something that wasn't really deep and didn't really add anything to the It storyline that was crucial by any means, but it gives you a look at how Richie and Beverly are holding it together after the events of It happen, because that happens earlier in the summer of 1958, and by then they've already gone through their battle with Pennywise, they've done all of these different things, and it was just nice to get to see two of the Losers Club members appear in 11/22/63, even though it does get wiped out when Jake goes back and resets the time loop, basically, because he had an outcome that was not what he was hoping for, to say the least. And, it's not a super deep connection here between these two novels, but considering the fact that 11/22/63 isn't really a horror novel, it always fascinates me the way King is able to connect certain novels that are very different in tone and even style at times. And I really felt like this was just a fun little nod to see Richie and Beverly together in that moment. And even though it gets wiped, it was something that just gave you a little extra, at least for those two characters, because you see how they are moving on with their lives, so to speak. And yes, we know that they come back in 1985 and do it all over again as adults, but I still think it was important to get that little glimpse into what Derry was like too as a whole after those events happened, because for the most part Jake's experience there is not very pleasant. So that was just a nice connection to see between those two completely different stories. And there are many, many more King connections to be made, so I will be back with more of these videos soon, but this one was just a short and sweet one. I hope you enjoy it. You can follow me on social media. You can check out my podcasts, Welcome to Geekdom and Chat Cemetery, which I already mentioned. There are links to all of those things in the show description. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.